Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I want to go over an update, do a little update to cryptocurrency market. I just posted that video and just do a little bit more explanation on some things as I went over on like Bitcoin maxis and stuff like that. So, hey, don't get me wrong. Right now, by the way, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Be really appreciated. So here's the deal, guys. Right now, your majority of your bag should be in Bitcoin. It's obviously the safest, if you will, least volatile asset out of cryptocurrency, even though it likes to drop 70+%, right? So that's the least volatile in the cryptocurrency. But most of your bag should be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum. So for the reasons of probably safety, if you're in the cryptocurrency and you have a cryptocurrency portfolio, but long term, I am bullish on crypto. Just going through some things. I'm not going to go into the BlackRock ETF. I think that's a hopium strategy. I don't go through hopium strategies, guys. Just go up price charts, to get an idea of what's going on with that, guys. But I think there's a little game plan going on. A lot of people are looking at this. They can't make sense of it. This is what I'll say about it. What I'll say about BlackRock ETF, other banks out there trying to get an ETF, et cetera, et cetera. And then you have the situation where the SEC is going after Coinbase. Think they're going to pull it through. The reason why I think they're trying to bring Coinbase into the umbrella. They're just trying to bully them into it, if you know what I mean. So here's the deal. USDT market cap, USDT dominance chart, or Tether. So here's the situation. I'll go saying that this is going to be going into a downtrend all the way into August, maybe even September. So what does that mean? Bitcoin will be going up. Now, here's the thing with this chart. This can be, it's not a price chart, if you will, okay? So the data's saying that, but that doesn't mean that, it's 100%, because a lot of things can be manipulated in this chart. I'm just saying, giving you guys an idea. Pay attention to get an idea, or maybe get a little more data, get an idea. Well, where Bitcoin going to be going, okay? Now, I have more data that's going to back that up, that Bitcoin is going to go up. Bitcoin is like, it's everything I'm looking at, it's still kind of like in that area. Is like, hey, is it going to go, what is it going to do type thing. But with GPTC here, the data I have on algos and trend is that it's going up for this 200-week moving average, sitting at 2236 with a penetration through that. There's also a gap right there. I've gone over this at 2381, more or less. Okay. And a potential target up to that supply zone of 35. If GBTC is making this move, okay, wherever it's going to do, something like, maybe like that, like this, or however it gets up there, right? It might have a long correction over here and get up like that, right? So however it gets up there, above this, and then a target up to there, then more than likely, Bitcoin is going to be making a move too, okay? I don't see these two decorrelating. No, this is the only thing in grayscale Bitcoin is Bitcoin, okay? So there could be a little bit, but for the most part, I think it's going to match on up. So go over coin market cap here. So here's the situation, with Tether and the USDC coins and these stable coins, okay? If you listen to recent information on the news, they're talking about the stable coins. And I posted a tweet about that. What did Powell say? He said something along the lines like the public should be entrusting the currencies, the dollars, in the central bank. Okay, the central banking system. Okay, so that's the issue. Really, the issue in cryptocurrency are the stable coins, in my opinion. The central bankers don't like them. Why? Why don't they like them? Plainly, they don't want you holding Tether. They don't want you holding USDC. They don't want you holding stable coins. They want you holding dollars, their system. So they want them gone, which will be good for Bitcoin, because the only alternative you will have for something with some stability will be Bitcoin. Some people hold Ethereum, maybe XRP or Cardano or some of the bigger coins. But most likely, if I was left with no other option and I needed to hold something, when I was doing trades or I need something, I would go to Bitcoin, guys. That really leaves alternative. So there's a good argument that if those go away, then Bitcoin is going to really take off, because there'll be a flood of liquidity into Bitcoin because of that. But if you think about this is how I see about it. If they can't get these out, these stable coins, because now they have also the rest of the world too. So it's not just the United States; it's the whole world, and it's they're going to need all the other governments to team up with them to get that done, I think. But if you go like someplace like Turkey, think about this: the Turks have an inflation rate almost 40% as of whatever date that was 1 day ago, right? So I'm thinking like here, if I was in Turkey and I needed to hold a currency, I don't want to hold lira. And I'd be thinking, if I was there right now, what I know, I'd be like, let me get in the crypto market and go hold some Tether or USDC coin, or even Bitcoin would be better than probably Lira right now, right? So that's what I would be doing. So it's going to be interesting how what I'm saying, it's going to be interesting how all of this is going to unfold. But the thing is not the cryptos. It's not the cryptos, because what did Powell say? He said, look, cryptocurrency, this odd word, I can't remember exactly. I'm going to phrase it. Cryptocurrency is developing itself as a asset class that has the legs to stand on. Okay. So they don't have the issue. The issue is this and wherever other stable coin is in here. DAI coin down there, right? So that's their issue. This one and this one. Okay. And to bring on the CBDC. So they want other people holding that. So it's really gonna be interesting how this is gonna all unfold, because it's a whole world market in cryptocurrency, and there's probably some folks that want to be holding on to this stuff that live in countries like Turkey, okay, or any of the countries that have this super high, even Great Britain, but Great Britain or England over there, but they have a whole different scenario going on over there, guys, man. So that's how I look at that. I don't know how this is going to unfold. I think the war is with these guys right here, guys. Okay, not so much with the cryptos themselves. In my opinion, it's this, and it's just going to matter how that's going to unfold. It's going to be interesting to see how that's going to go. So, all right, guys. So that's the pretty much the end of my video. I just want to go over and show you some stuff here with GBTC, what was going on, some other charts I'm looking at, and with Bitcoin, guys. So, like I said, I go over the grayscale, and a lot of people they don't. I don't know why. I guess they think it's a waste of time. Maybe people they don't get enough views if they put that in their. I don't even put GBTC in the thumbnails or anything like that. They're like, oh, geez, this guy GBTC. What's he doing now, man? Oh, geez, it's like he wants to go over some lame asset that I don't care about, right? You should care about it, because if that starts dropping like a rock, well, then you can roll right over here, GB or Grace, or not Grayscale, but Bitcoin, and you go like, wait a second, it's green right now. It's probably gonna be red here soon after if that's going down too. Usually the case. Okay, guys. So that's why I go over it and give you some pretty good deals and analysis on Grayscale, on GBTC, and what's going on in cryptocurrency markets. So I think things are looking okay, and there's just some proving to do with the cryptos. So a lot of these cryptos look like they're in the bottom. A lot of the cryptos broke lows, like they came down and broke lows. So I'll show you an example. Let me go over Cardano. Like Cardano is a good example, but Cardano actually to me looks really, really good, guys, even though it broke the low. Because what happened right here with Cardano, this is how I look at this. This was all like a smart money play. This was a smart money play to the T, guys. Okay. So you see Cardano in this monthly candle right here, right? You see how I got sucked up over there? You can go through some other ones. Could it come back around like this? What did it do? You see this one and then come back around and get out of there? It very well could, guys, but that's a pretty good signal. And you see this move that it did right here? Boom. It came back down. People that were long on Cardano, okay, they came down, took them out, and it got sucked back up into that area. So I actually think Cardano is pretty good. That was probably a really good buy for Cardano at 21 cents in this pattern that Cardano is in. Okay. Just got a little bit of time to get out of here, guys. This is kind of like the pattern. And why is my, let me change that back to black, put it on 2 and something like that, guys. It's what Cardano's probably in. And a wick through that trend, wick through that trend, wick through that trend. And I think Cardano will be in a pattern kind of like this. Probably put something like this. Normally, the strength of the waves goes through the trend. peak there, go through the trend back down in this area, and it could be hanging out in here for a little while and finally make its way out of there, guys. But overall, Cardano's chart, it's good chart. It's good chart. You got an impulsive move here, correction, impulsive move here, and a correction. And probably sometime in the future, you got a move over here, guys. A move over here for Cardano. Okay. Struggling to get out of there. So it's a pretty decent chart overall for a older crypto, if you will. So looks a lot better some other charts, guys. And so that was some of these people were talking about breaking the low right there. But, Cardano broke the low, went over through here and it broke the low right there from there to there, but it got out of there, guys. So you can't just write that. I broke the low. It's screwed. It's screwed. Oh, that's what some people are saying. I noticed on Twitter, look at Cardano broke the low. Yeah, it did break the low. It did it right over here. And it has a hat. It looks like it likes to do that. Fake people out. That was probably a serious fake. A lot of people sold that, just like Gala. But Gala didn't break the low, but this one did. And people like, I'm going to exit. And they had a stop right here. They had stops right there at 23, 24 cents. What did it do? Just like I got stopped out of Gala, guys, right? At that 0.018. And it came right down, took it, got its liquidity, boom, and it's out of there. That's all I'm looking at. Looks pretty decent to me. Just going to be a little patient waiting game for some assets to get out of there. And maybe Algorand, Algorand's doing. That looks pretty good too, guys. On Algorand. I'm not a fan of Algorand. They don't have a lot of users over there, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's buying the bottom, guys. I mean, 3 years from now, if Algorand's still around, I think most likely that it will be. I don't think it's going anywhere. They got a little work to do for their chain, maybe. There's some things, for example, but in 3 years, people will be jealous if you bought that. 2 years or 3 years. You'd be like, yeah, I bought Algorand at 11 cents. And people will be like, this is what they'll say. Man, if Algorand goes back down to 11 cents, I'm going to back up the dump truck and load up. Right? That's what they're going to say. That's how I heard all through 2021 about Bitcoin going to 20K. And those guys, they were like scattered sheep once it got down there. Nowhere to be found. So, and then I want to go over some things too here really with quick on Bitcoin. So here's the deal, guys. Pay attention to some traders when it comes to crypto or in the markets. And there's some ones out there. They have the least amount of followers, in my opinion. But it's obvious right here with Bitcoin. If somebody told you, hey, this was bearish and they were bearish through here, and they flipped and they went bullish, probably those are the ones that you want to pay attention to. Just a little tidbit of advice. I'm telling you to follow me, but they're out there. And the same thing with the TradFi markets. Okay. The TradFi markets, if you go here, let me go to the NASDAQ, just a regular old NASDAQ. The ones that were, the traders that were bearish through here, okay, and they flipped bullish, if you will, because that's what trading's about. Trading's about trading the trend, right, guys? You want to trade the trend. And the trend has obviously been, I got a whole mess on here. Sorry about that, guys. The trend on the NASDAQ for the past October 22. So I'll just say this. There are some folks that have a decent amount of followers and some that have a small amount of followers in the TradFi markets out here in the stock space and the crypto space. You want to take a good evaluation. And the ones that called this, okay, they were bearish, okay? So during this time, I was mostly all in cash. I was 100%. No, I take that. I was 99% cash through this, okay? And I was just trading shorts on crypto with Phantom, Kusama, Monero coin, and a little bit of Bitcoin, I think a little bit of XRP. And then I made the thing. I said, hey, it's time to flip. Short season's coming to an end, and just like that. So I'm not saying I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying there's very few out there that are out there in the space on the tubes and on Twitter that are following doing this right. Okay. To say that this is to continue to be bearish and then continue to be bearish all the way through this. they disqualify themselves, in my opinion, as a valuable trader, if you will. Okay. So one of the worst, there's a guy that had a quote. I can't remember the quote. There's a guy that quoted, he said, one of the worst mistakes a trader can make is like continuing to say it's a bear market when it's obviously in a bullish trend or something like that, guys. So that's like the death sentence for a trader. Or he said something like that. But anyhow, you figure it out. You'll probably see the quote somewhere on Twitter. But anyhow, that's my point. I just want to let you guys know that. So that's the end of my video. And if you made it all the way to the end, I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Peace.